So I've been creating videos about remote jobs and I've noticed something, and that is why I'm making this video today. Very soon we'll be in 2026, and I know that some of you may have been making plans, or whereas others are waiting for 2026 to come for them to start making plans. And whatever it is that you have in mind to do, please make sure you learn these two skills. Now, I know why I'm telling you this, because I know most people want to work remotely from home, but the problem is they've not really positioned themselves to be able to attract the type of jobs they want. Like, if you work from home, you have that flexibility to be yourself, do everything you need to do. But for you to be able to do that, you have to be confident to be able to work from home. And for you to be confident, you have to be very, very good with the skill that you have. So for the people that don't really have any skill and they want to acquire one, please pay attention in this video, because you just need to acquire one of these two skills that I'm going to mention for you to be, number one, financially stable, number two, for you to be relevant, because most skills right now are phasing out because of the existence of AI. So you have to be strategic, you have to be intentional about whatever skill you are planning to learn from now onwards, so you can stay relevant and be able to earn money. The best part is these skills are not saturated, because people are not even looking at it, like people are not really paying too much attention to it. So if you leverage the opportunity right now, then you can stand a better chance to be where you want to be in the future. So that being said, the first skill we want to talk about is prompt engineering. This is when it concerns AI. You have to be able to learn how to communicate with AI. Like, people that learn how to do these things are people that get the best results off of AI, so that they don't sound robotic or they don't give you something outside of what you have created. Take for instance, I had this video, somebody asked for my passport. I really needed to get a passport. So because I know how to engineer prompts in the best way to get the desired result I want, I was able to use Nano Banana to convert this picture to a passport, and I sent it to the person. So that is the benefit of you learning how to prompt your ChatGPT or AI tool that you're going to be using to work with. And the best part is you work very well and very efficient once you are good with telling it what to do and how you want it to do it. So there are so many frameworks for you to use, but regardless of the framework you decide to learn, there are some things that you have to put in place. One is that you must position the AI to what you want it to be. Take for instance, when I wanted it to give me a passport, I positioned it to be a seasoned photographer, someone that is very good with pictures. So you have to position your AI tool to be that. Then you give it a task, that is what you want it to do. Then you give it the structure, you give it the context of what you intend to do. Like in that photo, I told it that I needed a passport photograph, that is the context. Then I gave it the structure, something like how I want the background and all the stuff to be. Then I gave it the parameter, the size I want it to be, so it does not extend that size. And of course, in the end, you can ask questions to clarify that it understands the prompts that you're giving it. Now, any framework you choose to use must have this. Like, once you're giving your ChatGPT a prompt, so you cannot just come to ChatGPT and tell it, please make this picture a passport photograph for me, and that will be it. Unfortunately, that's the mistake that most people make. They just go straight by giving it the task without giving it the structure, without giving it the context, without adding parameters, or even asking clarifying questions to make sure that the AI tool understands the prompts you are giving it. So those are the things you have to learn. So, and why this is important is because most AI tools are designed such that you have to give it instruction for it to carry out any task you want it to carry out. So you have to learn how to engineer prompts to be able to carry out your task, and you have to do that by learning how to do this prompting, so that any tool at all, whether you want to do photo editing with Adobe AI tool, we always use prompts to tell it to do what you want it to do with the picture. Or you want to do video editing with Synthesia AI, you will always give it a prompt for it to do what you want it to do. That way you're making more money and saving yourself a lot of time and stress. So people that have this ability to engineer prompts are very much high in demand, and on the average you can earn anywhere from $100 to $200 depending on the position you find yourself in doing this job per hour. So if it's something you're interested in, you can go to YouTube. There are lots of videos on YouTube, or you can take Google Essential course on AI prompt engineering that you can actually take. That one is if you want to take a paid course, you can do that to learn this thing properly, so you can get started doing this job. So the second one we want to talk about is one that do not require any coding, but a little more advanced compared to prompt engineering, and that is AI automation. Now, a lot of businesses are in need of AI automation. Why this is important is that it saves them time, resources, even human resources. Like right now, there are AI agents that can take calls, like just like a receptionist would take a call. Sometimes you might not really differentiate between the AI that is taking the call from a human being taking the call, because it has all been automated such that they know the right response to give you whenever you ask. So people that learn how to do these AI automations, like creating workflows for businesses that on a normal day would take a lot of time or even require them to hire somebody, are making a lot of money. Because if you can actually set these things up for businesses, everything will be running on their own. Their own is just to, once somebody triggers the workflow, to start flowing and doing what it's expected to do. So businesses are ready. They need people to be able to, do this kind of stuff for them, set it up for them, and allow it to flow. It's going to save them time. It's going to save them money. It's going to even save them, the stress of having to sit down, putting everything manually before. So that is something, a skill that you should look into to start learning now to stay relevant in 2026 and beyond. Because with automation, you can build AI agents, and agents will carry out this task. And also you can be an AI consultant for businesses, because if you can create a workflow for them, you can direct them on how other things they can do with AI to be able to make more money. So that is where AI consultancy comes in. And these things I'm telling you right now, a lot of people are not really into it. You just have to dedicate time to learn these things, and you can learn them for free. That is the best part. YouTube is a free school. You can go on there and learn this too. So if your goal 2026 is to learn a skill, consider AI skill. And if you want to learn AI skill, consider prompt engineering or AI automation skills, so that you stay relevant from now and beyond. So if you want to learn how you can use Nano Banana or Pomeli AI tool by Google to make money, do check out these videos. Please don't fail to like this video, subscribe if you see value so far in the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.